there's no, I mean, you can't say that because of their attitude or because
but that's what they say.
Yeah, I know they say that, and that's why I don't agree with that.
So you don't agree?
I don't agree with that. I think it's a case-by-case situation. You can't lump every black woman into, you know, a bowl and say, okay, they all got attitudes.
What about the fact that black women, they say black women are better in bed? What about that? Or they're uptight in bed, I'm sorry. White women are more, you know...
That's true. You cannot say that's not true. I'm about to say.
Hold up.
The white girls come to the bed ready.
I never had a problem either way. It doesn't matter, you know. It depends on how it's a chemistry of the two people.
Black or white, it don't make no difference.
You know,
white women come to the bed ready. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Well, man, the bottom line, if the woman ain't right, you're not gonna be right.
What you mean?
It's all about the woman. You got to take care of the woman.
He don't know about that yet.
It ain't about that. See, this is my thing.
If the woman's not right, you're not going to be right.
No, it's like this.
And the sexuality won't be right.
No, listen, when you go up to I hear him, but I'm not agreeing with that. No, my life is fine. But listen, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is that when you go up to a black girl in the mall or wherever you're going to meet them, man, that's where you get them. So listen.
At the mall?
At the mall. So when you go up to them, and to say hello, they're already coming with an attitude. You don't even want to. It's already hard enough for a man to even speak to a woman.
So you don't. So you just agree with the fact that black women are uptight sexually and white women are not. You think so? You obviously saying that's.
I'm not saying all black women are uptight.
Don't
sexually.
love them all.
I'm not saying them all, but it's white women are do way more quicker than a black girl.
That's what I was going to ask you.
You got to trick black women to do stuff. You know that, right?
In my case, you know, it's like when you catch.
Well, you was in the NFL, man.
No. When you,
so everybody was good with you.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah, when you run a touchdown, come on now.
You walk in with a football, and a black girl just like, okay, great, I'm here. You just walk in with the football, you good.
You got to learn how to lure the fish. You know what I mean? You got to be able to lure it in. Everyone is different.
Yeah,
you know, some rocks are harder than others, so you got to be able to have the juice to be able to dissolve that rock.
Ocean meet his girl.
You know what I'm saying?
But listen, I ain't got no ring that can resolve the attitude. Yes, it is. All you got to do is go just like this, and that just bling their eye. They be like, oh my God, you was in what?
So you telling me I can flash this big old ring and that's it?
That's it.
That will help in certain areas. Where Ocean meet his girls at the black swap meet.
I walked around. I walked around with no socks on and nothing, and had no problem the same way.
Laying it down. That's just madness, huh?
You got to be able to know. You got to be able to feel the woman.
Listen, you know what you got at home, so it's okay to be able to do that. You know, you got a big house at home. It's fine. I'm going back to a crack to Jack box. It ain't. It's fine. So I don't care if I'm walking around with nothing on.
You just can't come. Listen.
So you think it's easier to catch a white woman with nothing than it is a black woman?
Oh, for sure. If anybody on this panel
so what you're saying is black women's standards are high. They want more from you, and you're not willing to step up and do it.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I'm working on myself
to
right
make
now.
a black woman say, "I want to be with you."
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm working on my career right now, and I don't have everything and all of it right now. Let me tell you, the girls that I've dated, most girls that are black, they either want two things: you already made it, or a gangster. And which nothing, and you got to sit up under them. So that's the two things that I've figured out. In the in-between stations, it ain't happening.
Let me ask you this one question, because then it's somebody's turn. So what you're going to do is you're going to date white girls while you trying to make it. And then when you make it, you're going to share that with a sister. Is that what I'm hearing you saying? You're going to flip it.
I'm saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
I'm going to stick with the white girls.
No, I'm going to say I'm going to date whoever I'm attracted to. If it happens to be a black girl that is supportive, I'm going to date her. But right now, white girls is kicking in. So I'm just telling you what they do.
Black women and broke men don't mix. That's what it is. Who's next? Who's next? You know.
What's up?
Go ahead. Okay.
I'm going to break it down.
Let me tell y'all this story. Let me tell you about this. Me growing up, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Right. My grandmother, I told y'all my grandmother's white, my grandfather's black. And I remember the first time I brought a white girl home. Oof. My grandmother told me, it ain't room but for one white woman in this house. Now, when your grandmother who's white tell you that this ain't acceptable, you know what I mean? How is the family? That's what I want to talk about, the families and how they are affected by these
quota system then your grandmother was saying.
It was a quota. It was one. Yeah. Actually, you know, and actually, it was... I'm joking in a way, but for us to have the stretch of color line we had, you know, it really wasn't a big deal, but I could tell that it was there. How about for you? Like, I know, not from the doctor side, from the
human side.
Human side. How was that in your family? Was it a big conscious thing with the race?
I was a little different. I never made efforts to reach out to my in-laws as such. They knew where we lived, they knew who I was, and they were free to come over. And eventually they came around. Okay?
Right.
Because I felt that I had nothing to prove, and I felt authentic and valorized. Okay?
Right.
And so...
Valorized? Is that what you said?
Yeah, or, I'm sorry, I'm slipping into the academic
I've been to school. I've been to school. I know what you meant.
Oh, I feel valid.
I didn't get all this on the GED.
I'm very impressed, though. I'm very impressed.
My mom liked white guys, so I'm all right.
Your mother dates white men.
Yeah, I didn't get light skin with...
It's a genetic thing with y'all.
It ain't just a genetic thing, but my mom liked white guys. Like, you know, when we were... I know songs I shouldn't know as a black man.
John Denver?
Yeah, man, I know, all of them. The Bee Gees, all of that. Because my mom used to have me and my brothers singing for her white dates. So,
you didn't come out and sing the Jacksons, y'all came out and was the Osmonds?
Had the modern day step and fetch it.
Yeah, exactly. She wanted to impress.
Well, basically, you know, my mother being from Texas, the South, I mean, you know, she was very apprehensive of me being recruited going to other schools in the South because of the racial segregation was going on at the time. I remember dating this white woman at USC, and I remember her not knowing how her father felt, brought him down to the campus one day and wanted to meet me. She was excited for him to meet me.
The white girl?
The white girl. So when he walked in the door, he says, "Dad, this is AD." And I saw that look. Oh, Lord.
What was the look? Describe the look in one word.
It was like, well, I was bigger than him, so he couldn't really say, because, you know, his brother probably knocked him out.
Yeah. Right.
But anyway, he didn't want to really shake my hand, and I felt the tension. And so the following week, when she went back to the house, and when she got in that house,
he let her have it.
Let her have it. She came back. She was in tears and upset. My father said, "Don't you bring any jigaboo babies up here. No niggas will be in this house. You understand? And don't you ever bring that nigga to this house." And I told her, I said, "Listen, my mother pre-warned me, but I'm letting you right now. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna deal with you socially. You'll have problems with it, and your white counterparts." And I said, "It's gonna be tough on you. So either you can deal with this or not. If not, you know, I understand if you move on."
Right.
Because that's a shock to you.
Oh yeah.
So your mother told you the same thing.
Yeah.
She's like,
my mother knew my personality was outrageous anyway back in the 60s and 70s, because I was talking this kind of stuff back in the 60s and 70s.
So you wasn't too popular amongst few people.
Oh no, oh no. And I remember on the LSC's campus, all the brothers would see me talking these way, and they just go the other way. He said, "Man, they're gonna get you.
AD gonna get us all put out.
They're gonna get you for that. You better stop that. You cannot do that." And then, you know, and then they would see me intermingle with everyone.
Right.
And I remember my mother used to say, "The good thing you stayed in Southern California, because if you went to the Midwest